morning, good afternoon, and good night. You're watching Just a Mom That Sims. I'm KT, and I'm here today because the Sims 4 team released the official gameplay trailer for the Sims 4 For Rent expansion pack. I'm going to jump in with screenshots and the details that I noticed. The first detail that I noticed was new toys. On display on this counter is the marble set that they talked about, but also a new Tuk Tuk toy. Next, they talk about rent and how the system works. You can make rent free in the system. There is a new unit configurations tool that will show up in build by mode. Under this, you can put the tenant's name and color sort the different units. In the drop down here, you can see that you can allocate spaces. So this is how you create new units within an existing home or one you're building by selecting the create new unit button. You can also select which part is your home and also what part is a shared space. This is important because you can build community gardens, pools, playgrounds, and it could be anything you can think of because those spaces aren't named. They are just called shared spaces. They have a tenant agreement tool. This is what you use to set parameters for your tenants. You have a rent per day. You have a maximum rent if you see at the top and a lease length. So you can set how long the lease lasts. If you look right under there, you will see a unit rating that is based on a 5-star system. The better the unit, the more amenities, the bigger the size, the more you can rent your unit out for. You can click to set unit rules. For example, they have here where you can select no social events or no loud noises. You can set a maximum occupancy, don't overrun those trash cans, and no ghosts. You can see the tenants listed. Once you have tenants, those tenants' names will show up there. If you break any of the unit rules, you can be fined as a tenant or enough can lead to eviction. Now, there's a button here that I found interesting that's grayed out, unjustly evict. This means you can evict a tenant for no reason at all. And also, you had the ability to travel to the unit. So that would be really helpful if you get up to having properties that are not where you live as well. When you have vacancies, this tool shows you how to fill those vacancies. This was called a tenant application. The higher your rating, the more tenant applications you will receive. So if you look here, this is a 3-star rating. You have a few Sims that are interested in this unit. The house rules are no ghosts. And I think that one is no loud noises. This rating has now gone up to 5 stars. There are even more people wanting to rent. You list the rent per day here and how many bedrooms and bathrooms are in the unit. You can see what the family consists of, the name, a young adult. This one has an elder, adult, child, and baby. So that is 3-generation family. You get to try to pick an applicant that you think is a good fit for the unit that you are renting. Tenants will cause issues too. They may cause fires. They will have broken appliances. Some issues will be caused by the owners. If your rating drops low enough, you could have a protest, as you can see on the left-hand side of the screen. You can have bug infestations, and these bugs did fly people, and the ghosts can hunt the tenants. As a property owner, if the tenant does not pay their rent, you can post a rent demand. If that does not work, dun 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 dun, the repo man is back, and the repo man is you. So, hey, repo man, repo woman, get your repo on. Get your repo on. Look at this. I thought that was so great. I miss the repo man, even though I used to dread him when I was playing previous Sims. We're not going to talk about that, though. If your tenant breaks too many of those unit rules that we talked about or doesn't pay rent, you can have a choice of eviction. This Sim got his place quite filthy. You could give the tenant a extra chance to try to make things right because that's all some tenants may need. And in this case, the landlord decided to do that. And you can see the tenant starting to clean up. May the blessings be with him because he had plenty of work to do. But look, he got it cleaned up. He paid his rent and he got to stay in the unit. It is really up to you as the property owner to Work with your tenants for the best outcomes, or if you don't want the best outcomes, it's up to you to decide how to play the game. As always, it's The Sims. The property owner came out and talked to the protesters. All was well. They also came out and put a bug bomb down to get rid of the bugs, and the property owner ran the ghost off that had been tormenting the poor sim. You also want to make sure that you have social events so that you can bring your sims together that lease from you if you are trying to be a good property owner, because let's be real, the fun gameplay is not always doing the good things in the sims. I got this screenshot because I think it's a new food, looks great. It is always up to the property owner to schedule any social events. So those are the details that I was able to grab out today, and I will be back if there's any new news in the future. So until next time, please remember, keep simming, be happy, and always have a blessed day. Bye bye.